faith in Jesus Christ. There's a story told about one Easter Sunday morning that a pastor comes up to the church and he's carrying a rusty, bent old bird cage, and he set it by the pulpit. If you can just imagine that. Several eyebrows were raised, and as if in response, the pastor began to speak, and I'll just read it to you. These were his words. I was walking through town yesterday when I saw a young boy coming toward me swinging this bird cage. On the bottom of the cage were 3 little wild birds shivering with cold and fright. I stopped the young man and asked, "What do you got there, son?" "Just some old field birds," he replied. "What are you going to do with them?" I asked. "Take them home and have fun with them. I'm going to play games with them and pull out their feathers and make them fight. We're going to have a good time." "But you'll get tired of those birds sooner or later. What will you do then?" "Oh, I got some cats. They like birds. I'll watch the cats kill and eat them." The pastor, moved with compassion, was silent for a moment. "How much do you want for those birds, son?" "Why, you don't want them birds, mister. They're just plain old field birds. They don't sing. They ain't even pretty. You can get all you want right over there. They're not that hard to catch." "How much?" The boy sized up the pastor as if he were crazy and said, $10. To his surprise, the pastor reached in his pocket and took out 2 $5 bills. He placed it in the boy's hand, and in a flash, he was gone. The pastor picked up the cage and gently carried it to the end of the alley where there was a tree and a grassy spot. Setting the cage down, he opened the door, and by softly tapping the bars, persuaded the birds out, setting them free. Well, that explained the empty bird cage on the pulpit, and then the pastor began to tell another story. One day, Satan and Jesus were having a conversation. Satan had just come from the Garden of Eden, and he was gloating, bragging, "Yes, sir, I just caught the world full of humans down there, set me a trap, used bait I knew they couldn't resist. I got them all." "What are you going to do with them?" Jesus asked. "Oh, I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to teach them how to hurt each other, how to hate and abuse each other, how to abuse their own bodies and with drink and drugs, how to shoot each other and make bombs and kill each other. This is going to be fun." "And what will you do when you get done with them?" Jesus asked. "I'll never get done watching them suffer." "How much do you want for them?" "You don't want those people. They ain't no good. Why, you take them and they'll just hate you. They'll spit on you, curse you, torture you, and kill you. They just care about themselves. You don't want those people." "How much?" Satan looked at Jesus and sneered. "All your tears, all your blood, your life for their lives." Jesus took the cage, paid the price, and opened the door. And I do